Superboy Prime vs Trigon, who would win? The universe trembles, reality bends, and two unstoppable forces prepare to collide. On one side, a being fueled by rage, pride, and limitless Kryptonian power. Superboy Prime. On the other, a demonic god of chaos, a ruler of dimensions, the embodiment of pure evil. Trigon. This isn't just a fight. This is a battle between raw physical dominance and cosmic supernatural terror. So the real question is, when absolute power meets infinite darkness, who wins? The last son of a perfect world, Superboy Prime. Superboy Prime is not your average Kryptonian. He comes from a perfect Earth, untouched by tragedy, but corrupted by obsession. And when he fights, reality itself breaks. This version of Superman has punched through dimensions, shattered timelines, and even altered the fabric of existence with raw force. His strength is beyond comprehension. We're talking about someone who has battled entire universes, survived the collapse of reality, and continued to grow stronger. He possesses speed rivaling the fastest beings in DC, durability capable of withstanding cosmic-level attacks, and heat vision powerful enough to annihilate planets instantly. But what makes Superboy Prime truly terrifying is his mindset. He doesn't hold back. He doesn't hesitate. And he doesn't care about consequences. To him, he is the hero of the story. And anyone standing in his way gets erased. And that belief, it makes him even more dangerous. Because Superboy Prime doesn't see limits. He doesn't recognize fear. Every loss fuels his rage, every challenge pushes him beyond his boundaries. He adapts, evolves, and returns stronger every single time. And the longer the fight lasts, the more unstoppable he becomes. A force driven not just by power, but by obsession. And that kind of force is nearly impossible to stop. The demon god of chaos, Trigon. Now enter Trigon. A being not bound by physics, logic, or even reality itself. Trigon is not just powerful. He is power. Born from darkness and destruction, he exists as a multiversal threat, capable of enslaving entire dimensions. He doesn't just destroy worlds. He conquers souls. His abilities go far beyond physical strength. We're talking about reality warping, mind control, energy manipulation, soul absorption, and absolute control over magical forces. Trigon has defeated entire pantheons, crushed heroes with a thought, and reshaped reality as if it were nothing more than a toy. And here's the real problem. You can't fight Trigon like a normal enemy. Because he doesn't just attack your body. He attacks your mind, your soul, your very existence. And once he gets inside, it's already over. And the worst part? You may not even realize it's happening. Because Trigon doesn't always destroy instantly. Sometimes, he corrupts. Slowly bending your will, twisting your thoughts, turning your own power against you. By the time you understand the danger, you're no longer fighting him. You're serving him. And that's what makes Trigon truly terrifying. Not just the power to destroy, but the power to dominate, completely and eternally. Power versus magic, the ultimate clash. So now the real battle begins. Superboy Prime charges forward, faster than light, delivering punches that can shatter universes. And physically? Yes, he absolutely dominates. If this were a battle of pure strength, speed, and durability, Trigon wouldn't stand a chance. But this is not a physical fight. This is where everything changes. Because Trigon doesn't need to match strength. He bypasses it. Superboy Prime relies on physical power, solar energy, and brute force. Trigon. He exists beyond that system. Magic, especially demonic magic, is one of the few things Kryptonians are vulnerable to. And Trigon's magic isn't just powerful. It's cosmic, ancient, and limitless. He can trap Prime in illusions, corrupt his mind, drain his soul, or erase him from existence without throwing a single punch. Even if Prime resists, even if he fights back, Trigon doesn't play fair. He attacks from every dimension, every angle, every layer of existence. And the longer the fight continues, the worse it becomes for Superboy Prime. Because Trigon feeds on chaos. And this battle is chaos at its peak. And here's the terrifying truth. Superboy Prime is strongest when he can see his enemy, strike his enemy, overpower his enemy. But against Trigon, there is no clear target. No single form. No fixed presence. One moment he stands as a towering demon. The next, he is everywhere at once. On the battlefield, and inside Prime's own mind. Every punch risks hitting nothing. Every second, he is already under attack in ways he cannot fully perceive. His anger rises, his focus cracks. And that's exactly what Trigon wants. Because the more unstable Prime becomes, the easier he is to control. This isn't just a clash of power. It's a war of dimensions, a war of control, a war of existence itself. And in that kind of war, brute force alone is never enough. Final verdict, who really wins? At first glance, it feels close. Superboy Prime is stronger, faster, more physically dominant. But this fight was never about strength. It was about control. And in that category, Trigon stands on an entirely different level. Superboy Prime can break reality with his fists. But Trigon controls reality itself. Prime can destroy worlds. But Trigon enslaves entire dimensions. And most importantly, Prime fights with power. Trigon fights with power, magic, mind, and soul. Which means, there is no true way for Superboy Prime to permanently defeat him. But Trigon? He has countless ways to end the fight. And once he takes control, there's no coming back. Even if Superboy Prime lands the first blow, even if he overwhelms Trigon physically, that victory would only be temporary. Because Trigon does not rely on a physical form. He exists beyond form, beyond time, beyond death itself. Destroying him isn't enough. You would have to erase his very essence. And that's something even Superboy Prime has never proven he can do. Meanwhile, Trigon needs only one opening. One moment of weakness. One fracture in Prime's mind. And the entire battle changes instantly. Because once Trigon invades your consciousness, strength becomes irrelevant. Speed becomes meaningless. And resistance becomes impossible. Superboy Prime may fight harder than anyone. But Trigon doesn't fight harder. He fights smarter, deeper, and on a level Prime cannot reach. So in the ultimate clash between rage and darkness, between strength and supernatural dominance, the winner is clear. Trigon wins. Not by overpowering, but by overwhelming. Not by destroying the body, but by conquering the soul. And in a battle where reality itself bends, that is the only victory that truly matters. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.